Hello, welcome. This is Kathy, and we're trying yoga today together. Let me straighten this up a little bit. This is all new to me, and so hopefully we can work all the kinks out, and you can have a good practice today. And I wanted to say that I have a 200-hour teaching yoga training from an amazing place here in Lawrence called Tree. So if you ever get a chance to go take a class there, especially from Sharon, she's amazing. So I hope that you can get there and take a class. These few little classes I'm going to do is just to help us get through this time in our lives that's just new to all of us. And I hope that doing a little bit of yoga can help ease some of the tension and the stress. And I've been thinking about an intention for this class today, and I was thinking that gratitude might be something for us to all pull in today. Of course, you can choose your own intention, but I think I'm going to think about gratitude because there are still many things for us to be grateful for. Our bodies, our friends, our families. Actually, social media is something great for us to be thankful for right now, that we can connect through social media. So with that said, let's begin on our mat. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to see some of these. Oh, watching. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna sit on our mat in a cross-legged position. As I said earlier, I'm not using any music because I want you to use your own music. So we're gonna start with our hands on our knees. And we'll begin with our eyes closed down. And I just want you to think about your spine really lengthening up towards the ceiling, shooting out up the top of the head. And you can keep your eyes closed down right now. You can just listen to my voice for the next thing that we do, but I want you to concentrate just on your breath. Maybe watching it come up and down your spine. Of course, you might have some thoughts running through your brain, and just recognize that and then let them go. And just watch the breath, inhaling through the nose and then out through the mouth. Just coming to a peaceful, settled position. In one more breath. And let's bring our hands to heart center. Keeping your eyes closed down, feel your palms pressing against each other and the fingertips, and then your thumbs into your sternum. I always like to begin my yoga classes with 3 deep inhales through the nose and 3 sighs out the mouth. And let's begin together. Inhale deeply through the nose. And then sigh out the mouth. And again, inhale. And last one. Even deeper than the other 2. Inhale. Maybe even a little more breath. And sigh it out. Feel the length of your spine as you sigh out. Blink open your eyes. Very nice. Let's place our hands down. We're just going to drop our head from side to side. Just a little gentle rocking motion. And then we're going to hold over to the left side and then reach the right arm down to the floor and just hold and feel that nice stretch here in your neck. We all hold so much tension in your neck, in our necks. Let's do that again. I've had multiple ballet instructors tell me, you hold a lot of tension in your neck, Kathy. So I don't think I'm the only one. Let's hold it over here and stretch this arm down, reaching for the floor. And back to center. And let's drop the head to the front, keeping your spine long, and then lifting up and gazing up to the ceiling. And again, Warming up our neck muscles, opening up our throat, and then back to center. Let's inhale our arms all the way up. Looking up to the sky, and exhale, let's cactus the arms. So you're gonna pull the elbows down and feel your shoulder blades sliding down your back. And let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. And again, inhale up, looking up. And one more time, exhale, cactus. Let's take that right arm, cross it over the left knee. Left hand to your back, stretch up through your spine. My hand is right next to my gluteus, and I'm stretching up, lengthening. If you want to add on a little, you can turn your head towards the back. Just a small spinal twist. Now let's unwind that. Inhale the arms up, looking up. And on the exhale, let's twist the other way. Left hand to right knee. Right hand towards the back, stretch up to the spine, lengthen through the crown of the head, and if you would like to turn your head to the back, you may do so. And then come back to center. Ooh, that feels good to me. Let's clasp the hands. We're going to push them forward as we pull our spine towards the back wall and round into a C curve. And then open the arms up. Bring it out and wide, out to the back corners, palms are up, and you can gaze up to the ceiling. So we're really opening the chest here. Open it up. And again, clasp the hands, pulling back, opposite ways, hands one way, the back the other way. And then release and open it up, palms up, chest up. And relax. Good. Let's place our hands in front of us and roll over our knees. And we'll do a few cat and cows. You're probably all familiar with this. But before we go, I want you to make sure that you have the palms of your hands and your fingertips really pressing down into the ground, feeling the full floor, and same with the tops of your feet. And then just check to make sure that your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are over your wrists. And let's go through a few cat and cows. You can increase your range of motion as you go, but this should feel really good on the spine. Using your breath to help you move through these movements of the spine. Let's do a couple more. Really pulling that lower back up to the ceiling, and then dropping the belly to the ground and looking up to the ceiling. And one more. Think about initiating with that belly button, pulling it up as high as you can. And then releasing, looking up to the ceiling. Tailbone up to the ceiling, belly to the floor, and then come back to your neutral position. Let's send that right leg to the back. I'm on the ball of my right foot. And I'm just going to rock back and forth. So I'm articulating through my toe joints, rolling up and over. You do not need to do that. If that causes any kind of pain, you can just stay on the ball of your foot. And then we're going to settle into a calf stretch. So let's push back onto that ball of the foot and feel your right calf stretching. But keep that spine nice and long, keeping the crown of the head reaching towards the corner of the wall. And then release. Let's do that on the other side. Placing the left foot back, ball of the foot. Now, of course, we're all pulling our belly button to our spine right now, right? Keeping our core engaged this whole time. Rocking back and forth. Very nice. And then let's just settle into that calf stretch. So I'm on the ball of the foot. Neck is long. Pushing through that heel and release. Wow, that feels really good. Okay, let's sit back onto our knees and just roll out the hands and the wrists one way and then the other way, maybe front and back. Hello, everybody. And we're going to go into our first down dog of the day. So I'm going to go ahead now and face the side. so you can see what's happening. So I'm going to tuck my toes, push up through the hips, and find that down dog position. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Grounding into the floor with the balls of the feet. 3 deep breaths here. Trying to lengthen the spine even more, sending the hips up to the ceiling. You should feel a nice stretch through the hamstrings and the calves. If your knees are bent a little bit, that's just fine. You are doing you today. Let's walk out to a nice high plank, holding here for just a few breaths, pulling that navel to the spine, and then initiating with the belly button and the navel and the abs is pulled back to that downward facing dog. We're going to go through that 2 more times. And tall plank. You can always drop to your knees if you need. And then initiate with those abdominal muscles pulling up and back, reaching the neck long, the crown of the head to the floor. Let's do that one more time. High plank and hold. Pull that belly button in, squeeze the glutes, and back. Very nice. Let's all lift our heels, bend the knees, look forward, and walk your feet up to the front of your mat. We're going to come into halfway lift, so your hands can be on your shins or your thighs. We're working on trying to make a nice flat back right here, so stretch long in the lower back by thinking about reaching through the crown of the head, dropping back down, bend into your knees, and then I just want you to ragdoll all the way up. Feel like your vertebrae are stacking on top of each other, all the way to the top, and give me a big shoulder roll back. Inhale the arms up, and bring the hands to heart center. And this is called samastitihi, if you're wondering. We're going to go through a couple of rounds of sun A. So we're going to start with an inhale, arms go up, gaze goes up, exhale, swan dive the arms down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. We just practiced that. Find that pose. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to your high plank. Let's all drop to the knees and untuck the toes. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down to the mat so your chest is down on the mat. From here, we're coming up to cobra pose. So we're lifting our upper body, then we're exhaling, drop it down, tuck your toes, push up to your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Inhale, lift your heels and bend your knees, look forward, step your feet between your hands. Do that halfway lift that we've been talking about. Really reach to that lower back every time. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, arms and torso all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center, samastitihi. And that is one round of sun A. Let's do another one a little bit faster to get our heart pumping. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. You may stay here or you may drop to the knees. I'm going to stay up for this one. I'm going to inhale, shift my shoulders forward. Exhale, I'm going to chaturanga still all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes. Inhale, push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Step your feet between your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, arms and torso all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Samastitihi. That was our round 2. Shall we go 3? We might go a little faster. Just keep the flow moving. And inhale. And exhale. Find that stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. There it is. Stretch that back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back to your high plank. You may drop to your knees if you wish. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck your toes. Push your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. You may step, or if you want to challenge yourself, you can do just a little hoppy jump to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms and torso all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Woo! Heart rate should be going a little bit. We're going to go into our sun bees now. A little bit longer poses and holds, possibly. New poses and holds for you, but we start the same. Inhale, arms up. And then on the exhale, we're going to swing our arms down, and then we're going to come into chair pose. Utkatasana, that's one of my favorite words, Utkatasana. So let's bring our hands to heart center. Holding here in chair pose. As if you're getting ready to sit down in a chair. Think about opening the chest wide. From here, we exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to your high plank. And take your vinyasa, or skip your vinyasa. Modify your vinyasa, but we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Great, so pedal your feet out just a little bit. We're going to take our right leg, we're going to lift it up to the back. And hold. Pull your belly button to the spine. Feel your hands into the floor. Then we're going to take this right leg, bend it, step your right foot to your right thumb, drop your left knee to the floor, untuck your left toe, and hold Anjaneyasana. So while I'm in this pose, I'm really thinking about stretching through my lower back. I keep that energy up through my spine, all the way up through the crown of my head. You may stay here, or if you'd like to join me, you can place your hands on your knee and bring your torso up. A little deeper stretch into this hip flexor here. If you want to add on, take your arms overhead. If you want to add on, clasp the hands, put them behind the head, and gaze up. Let's release those hands to the mat. Tuck your left toe, stretch your left leg, and now we are going to go to crescent pose. So again, you can stay right here, work on stretching that lower back. You want to join me, you can stack your hands to your knee. If you want a little more, arms go overhead. If you want a little more, clasp the hands, put them behind the head, open the elbows, and look up to the ceiling. Breathe. Gratitude. Hands release to the mat. Very nice. Let's take that right foot all the way back to your high plank and take your vinyasa, skip your vinyasa, go to a child's pose, do whatever you need, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's walk that dog out. Very nice. Guess what? We have another leg. Shall we do it? Let's do it. We're going to take that left foot up and back. The whole leg, actually. Flex the foot. Breathe into this pose. Bend the left knee. Step the left foot to the left thumb. Drop the right knee to the floor. Untuck the toe. Anybody remember the name here? Anjaneyasana. Holding here. Adding on, you can place your hands on your knee and hold. You can release the hands up to the ceiling and hold. Clasp the hands and look up. And release this pose. Hands to the mat. Tuck your right toe. Stretch that back leg and hold. Find that length in your spine. Bring your hands to your knees if you would like. If you would like to stretch your arms up, you may do so. You can also clasp the hands and put them back behind the head, gazing up. Super great. Breathe. And release. Place the hands on the mat. Take your left foot back to your right. And let's all sit back to child's pose. All the way back. And just relax. Feel your forehead on the mat. Hopefully we're still going. I'm going to do a check. Oh, I saw a like. Okay, great. It's hard to tell from back here what's happening. So we're in our child's pose. Reaching our arms long on the mat. Let's come up and walk all the way out. So our bellies are down on the mat. And let's take our right hand and we'll place it underneath our forehead. So our forehead is going to be touching the front of our forearm. Let's flex the left foot, bend the left knee, reach back with the left hand, and do a little quad stretch right here. So this is what you look like. And I'm going to lift my head so that you can hear me. So you keep your head down. I want you to squeeze your glute, your left glute, and I want you to lift that knee just a little bit to get a deeper stretch. Yes, that feels good. And let's release that. Let's go to the other side. So our left arm is down. We're going to flex the left foot, bend the left, oh, that's the right foot. Bend the right knee, reach back with the right arm, and you can drop your forehead to your forearm and find the stretch. Squeezing the glutes, the right glute, lift the right knee just a little bit up off the floor and hold. And release. Very nice. Let's push back to our child's pose one more time. Sitting back. We'll go into our longest round of warrior poses now. We'll go through warrior 1 and warrior 2. I'm going to do a few goddess squats, or if you're a dancer, second grand pliés. So we'll work those in now. Some triangle poses. I'd like you to do this in your own, what you need. If you need to take a break, it's great to take a break. You need to listen to your body. So let's go ahead and walk out to our downward facing dog. We're going to start with the right leg up, flex the foot. We're going to bend the knee this time and then open the hip for awkward dog. One of my favorite poses right here. Feels good on my hamstring, my hip flexor. We're going to take that right foot and step it to the right thumb. Then we're going to set up warrior 1. So we have a heel to heel alignment. Take your arms up and out, warrior 1. Make sure you're placing weight on the back of the left foot so you're not rolling forward on your foot. Warrior poses are strong poses. They build, strengthen our muscles. Let's open the arms. We're going to clasp our hands behind the back. Feel your arms, feel your fists on your left leg, looking up to the ceiling and then humble the warrior. Which means we're going to take our right shoulder inside of the right knee, and we're going to let the arms fall towards the front of the mat. It's not an easy pose. Breathe, stay calm, and release the hands to the mat. Very nice. Inhale, we're going to windmill the arms up, and we're going to come to warrior two. So now we have to make a little adjustment. It should be a heel to arch alignment of your feet. You're gazing over your middle finger, shoulders are down your back. Strengthen the arms, nice reach through. Warrior two. Let's flip the right hand. We're going to inhale, reverse the warrior. So the arm reaches towards the back wall. And come back to your warrior two. Going to extended side angle, we're going to take the right hand, we're going to place the elbow on the right knee, and the arm comes up. Now, if you have a block by chance, this is where you can put a block right here. If you can touch the floor, that's great too. I really feel a great stretch here in my right inner thigh. Of course, we're really working on our core this whole time. Now, as if someone is pulling you up with this hand, pull yourself back up to warrior two. Very nice. We're going to extend the right leg straight. We're going to tick-tock this left leg in, just a few little steps, and then we're going to go into triangle pose. So we're going to stick our left leg hip out to the back while we reach the right arm forward, and then we're going to rotate. Again, a block is great. You can put your hand on your shin, on your ankle. Your gaze can be towards me, hello, or it can be up to the ceiling. And again, as if someone is grabbing that arm and pulling you up, push down into the floor as you come up. Great, hands to your hips. Here we go, goddess squats or grand plies in second. So make sure our knees are over our ankles, hands can be on our hips, or actually let's cactus our arms here. And we're gonna pulse, 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna smile this whole time, 5, and we're gonna hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's do that again. Pulsing 5, and 4, and 3, 2, 1, holding with a smile. This time we're gonna pop your left heel and do our pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Switch legs. Pulse. 1, 2. Could this ever be over? 4, 5, not sure. Guess what's next? We did the right, we did the left. If you can, if not, keep your heels down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Put your heels down. Stretch up. 5-pointed star. Whoo. Back to warrior two. Very nice. Flip that right hand. Reverse your warrior. Big reach. Now we're going to windmill our arms all the way down. Step your right foot back to plank. Holding here, and take your vinyasa. Or skip it. And we're meeting in downward facing dog. And yes, we have to do the other side. Yes, we do. We do. I can feel you all the way through the phone. Friends, let's do left. Left leg up. We got it. Bend the knee. Open the hips. Oh, that feels good. Step your left foot to your left thumb. Rotate that right foot down. Warrior one. Holding here. Making sure you have weight on the outside of that foot. Ground those feet into the floor. Open the arms. Pressing through space. Now this time clasp the hands, but make it the awkward clasp. The clasp you don't want to do. Gaze up. And then humble the warrior. Left shoulder inside of left knee. Reach the arms towards the front of the room. It's challenging. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Release the hands to the mat. Woo! And come back up to warrior 1. And rotate into warrior 2. So now you get to see my backside. Let's fix our feet a little bit. Looking, gazing over that middle finger. Nice strong stance. Flip the left hand. Right hand goes to your leg. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow to left knee. Arm up towards the ceiling. You can also reach down, and this is where a block is very handy. Looking up to the hand, up towards the ceiling. Holding here. And I think you know this now. Reach up to come back up. Very nice. Stretch the left leg. Let's bring the right foot in a couple of steps. Inhale. Send your right hip to the right. Left arm out. Keep reaching until you can't reach anymore. And then triangle pose. Again, a block is handy. Or you can place your hand on your shin or your ankle. Breathe. Let's reach up with the right hand again. Reach up to come up. Push into the floor with your feet. And hands to your hips. I'm going to turn around. We've got those goddess squats again. But a little bit different this time. So let's get in position. Hands go behind the head. Clasp them behind the head. Open the elbows. We're going to take our right elbow. This is your left, sorry. Left elbow to left knee. Or almost, or close. And back up. And reverse. And up. Very nice. Now, while we're doing this, I want you to think about your belly button to your spine. Anyone else breathing heavy, like me? Up. I guess music usually covers up my breathing. And up. And left. And up. So a little bit of oblique work here. Right. Now we're going to skip the center. And we're just going to go tick and talk. But this only works if you keep your core engaged while we're moving through this. And tick and talk. 2 more. Left and right. Now let's come back to the center and hold. We're going to do those pulses 10 times. 10. Oh yeah. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Push up to 5-pointed star. Great work. Now I'm going to flip back around. You should have your left warrior 2. So make sure your left foot is forward. Flip the left hand. Let's reverse the warrior. Exhale. Windmill to the floor. Take your left foot back. And take your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Great work. We only have our balance left. And maybe some core work. And some stretching. Does that sound good? Let's do a balance. Let's lift your heels, bend the knees, look forward. Step or jump your feet. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana. Who remembers what that is? Chair pose. And then push up to standing. Maybe a baby back bend. Hands to heart center. Super great. All right, let's do our balance. Yes? Okay. So our feet are hip distance apart. I'm trying to really feel the floor with my feet to help me stay grounded. I'm going to push most of my weight into my left side, lightening up my right foot, lifting the heel. Now, This could be where you might want to stay today, just working on the balance right here, making sure that your glute is engaged on that left side. I'm going to go ahead and lift my foot up to one-legged Tadasana. So this leg is parallel to the floor, foot is flexed, and then I'm going to take my arms up. One-legged Tadasana. This is another place you could stay and find your balance. If you want a little bit more, pull your hands to heart center, and we're going to swing this leg through and send it to the back for warrior three. Here's our balance pose right here. Pull your navel in, engage your glutes on the left side, push down into the floor with the left foot. Let's return, bring that foot back in. There might be some wobbles. Wobbles are good. You can take your arms back up. Extend the leg if you want. And release. Great work. Let's roll it out. One more side. Not so bad. Balance is so important. So important for every age. Every age. All right, here we go. Let's shift our weight over to the right foot. Lighten the left. Heel is lifted. Okay. We're going to bring it up to one-legged Tadasana. Arms can go overhead. Flex the foot. So this is my more challenging side. Bring your hands to heart center. You can stay here, or you can send that leg towards the back. We're going into warrior three. Tipping the torso forward. You can always open the arms back too if you want for airplane. Bring your hands back to heart center. Let's bring that leg back through. One-legged Tadasana, arms come overhead. And if you want to stick that leg out, you can. And release. Wonderful work. Woo! Now the exciting stuff happens. The stretching. Oh, and core. Let's not forget that. We're going to do one more vinyasa to get us down to the floor. So come to the front of your mat. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your feet back to your high plank and take your vinyasa. And this time we'll meet in child's pose. Such great work. Okay, let's lay down on our backs. Hopefully you can still see me. I think you can. Okay, we're going to go through a series of core work. So I'm going to show you real quick before you do it. Our legs are going to be long. Arms are long on the mat. Hopefully you can still see me. From here, we're going to take the arms overhead and we're going to come up to boat. Holding here. If you want a little more, you can keep your legs straight. You can also take your arms up. But I'm going here today. You can also keep your feet on the floor. Lots of options. We'll hold here, and then we'll take it back down. We'll do 4 of those, and then we're going to do some very slow, I'm going to call them bicycles, but I want you to really think about trying to extend the leg that's supposed to be long, because it will engage your lower abs more. So, we'll do 2 rounds of that. Not bad. Not bad. So let's reach long. We're going to come up to that boat pose first, and we're coming up. We're going to do a nice hold here, pull the belly down to the spine. This is where I really think about the energy coming out the crown of my head. Oh, let's flex the feet. And then we lower down. Point the toes, reach long. Let's do it again, 2. Hold, stretch that back. And lower. And again, take it up. Of course, you can be right here. Just do a regular sit-up. And then lower down. And last one, take it up. And hold. Flex the feet. And lower down. Place the hands behind the head. Let's do our bicycles. We're going to do 3 and a hold. So I'm going to do right knee, left knee, right knee, and just hold and think about lengthening that leg. And left knee, right knee, left knee, and hold. And right, and left, and right, and hold. Last one, left, and right, and left, and hold. And lower. Reach it long. Very nice work. Pull the legs into your chest. Maybe rock back and forth. Massage your lower back. And let's roll up. Let's do a few stretches. How about that? Let's extend our legs out in front of us. Flex the feet. You've done great work today. So proud of you. Everyone that's here and everyone that's coming later, since I will post this, and you can do it every day if you want. And so stretch up through your spine. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling. You can take your gaze up. And then exhale. Let's first just hinge from the hips so your back and spine stay long. And then you can round forward and place the hands over your feet. Breathe into the tight areas. Use your breath to help you. I like to visualize the breath in those muscle fibers that are really, really tight. I like to visualize the breath going through there and making space. And then roll up through the spine and point through those toes. Stretch up long. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms up, flex the feet. Exhale, hinge from your hips, reaching long through the spine. And then round through. Release your stretch and just roll up. Bring the soles of your feet together. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's do that again where we just hinge from the hips. And then you round forward. And then roll up through the spine. Let's do it again. Hinge from the hips. See if you can go just a little further this time. Then take your round. And then roll up. Great. Let's straddle. Legs out. If you need, you can bring one leg in. Whatever your flexibility needs you to do is what you should do. Inhale, arms up. We're going to reach over to the side. So if I had my leg in, I would be here. I'm trying to look up and underneath that right arm. And bring it back to center. Now when you come back to center, try to stay really nice and tall. Switch legs if you need to switch legs. And let's go over to the other side. Looking underneath the left arm. Closing the eyes. Breathe. And come back up. Let's take our hands to the front. We're going to walk out any amount, whatever works for you, for a little center stretch. Let the head hang. Let's all inhale. Exhale, see if you can just go a little, like a millimeter deeper. Inhale. One more time, see if you can go a little bit deeper. And walk your hands back. And let's shake the legs in. Okay, we're gonna do fire log pose. So I'm gonna take my right foot here and my left foot over the top. If you need to place it down, that's fine too. I'm gonna flex our feet. This is gonna hit that gluteus medius, hands in the front. And we're just gonna walk forward with that straight. We're gonna hinge from the hips. Find your stretch. Some of us will be tighter than others in this stretch. Again, breathe into the area that's tight. And walking the hands back. Great work. Let's change feet. Our legs. Again, this works really well like this as well with your foot down in the front. Sitting up nice and tall, long spine, hands forward. One side might be tighter than the other. That's fine. Just acknowledge it. And walking back. Great work. All right, let's take it all the way down to the mat. We're getting near the end of our fun little session today. We're going to roll all the way back. And let's take our right leg up to the ceiling. Cross it over the left. Open, let the knee drop open, and then lift the left leg, pull it in. Figure 4 stretch. I like to flex my feet. It intensifies the stretch. Placing the left foot on the floor. Let's drop everything, crossing the right foot over, right knee all the way over. Let's drop everything to the left. Arms go out to a T. And you can turn your head to the right. Bring your head back to center. Bring your legs back to center. Unfold them. Let's do the other side. Left leg up towards the ceiling. Hold right here for a moment. Get a hamstring stretch. Cross the left over the right. Let the left knee drop open. Pull the leg in. Close the eyes. Slowing down the breath. Drop the right leg to the floor, foot to the floor. Cross the left leg all the way over to the right, all over the right. Drop to your right and look to your left. Take your head back to center. Bring your legs back in. Unwind. Do some little marches here. Let's take both legs up, the imaginary wall. This will be our inversion today. If you're used to shoulder stand, you can go into it here. Close the eyes down. Bend the knees, place the feet on the floor. Let's do one bridge. So lift your hips up. You can clasp your hands underneath if you'd like. If you want to go into wheel, and you know what that is, you may do that here. And lower down. One last pose, the best for last. And our last pose, Shavasana. Stretch the legs long, arms down by your side, palms up to the ceiling. Close the eyes down. You might want to take down some of your lights so it's a little bit more ambient. We'll be here for a couple of minutes, so just keep your eyes closed down. Just listen for my voice to bring you back. Try to concentrate on your breath and the music that you might be having playing for you, and just relax. Start to deepen your breath. Deep inhales, deep exhales. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your ankles and your wrists. Rock your head side to side. And let's bring everything in to a tight ball. And when you're ready, make your way to a seated position in the middle of your mat. There's no big rush. When you get there, let's bring our hands to heart center, palm against palm, close the eyes down. And come back to where we were at the beginning. Find that feeling of gratitude for those around us, for our family, for friends. For love, for strength. like to end as I began with 3 deep breaths in and out. And let's do it together. Inhale deeply through the nose. And again. And the last one. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for trying out this journey with me. Your body thanks you for taking this time, and your physical and mental and spiritual health is so important. And may you take your feelings of gratitude into the rest of the weekend. Namaste. Thank you again for trying this with me. And I'd like to know if you have any other formats you would like. I mean, this will probably just keep, I might just do some videos every now and then to help us stay lifted and motivated and positive until things kind of get back on track. So thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon.